So who am I speaking with?
Adam Curry, president and co-founder of Mevio, former MTV guy.
And you also are a sort of a pioneer in podcasting as well.
Yeah, I was a part of the original development of the concept with Dave Weiner, absolutely. And we stand on shoulders of giants, I should say.
Right. So what I want to know about Mevio and about the model for Mevio, how you essentially monetize podcasts. So explain to me the Mevio model.
Really based a lot on what MTV did. MTV started off in 1981 with short-form programming, music video clips, which were very low cost. To MTV, they were almost free, in fact. The production values pretty low, new formats. There were some crazy budgets, but even today, a music video is $10,000 probably for the full budget. We've seen some that were a lot more, and some that are a lot less, even down to $100. I think Tone Loc was $100, and that was even before digital editing really hit the scene. And really taking the concept of clips and shows one step further into building an entertainment franchise. And we do that by providing something that the internet or really Silicon Valley has always tried to do with technology, and that's also spilled over into the media business, where we have engines that can, if you like this song, you'll probably like that song.
Right.
And, this type of relevance just doesn't compute with me coming from a traditional broadcasting background, certainly not in the music radio or music television business. And really, you can equate that to any type of business where relevance is needed in media. You need people to tell you what's cool. You need people to tell you what's going on, what's happening in the world. So that was VJs, that's DJs, and we just call them basic personalities. A personality today, though, is a little different. Look at yourself. You're a predator, as we call it, a producer-editor. You're doing everything yourself. The technology is there. You can edit this. You can publish it. So you're a one-man band. Another interesting analogy. There are hundreds of thousands of bands out there who are all, making a living. They're surviving.
So say I am a very, very successful podcaster. I've got an audience.
Well, what is success?
All right.
Success is being able to do it because you're getting paid. In the CPM-based model of, I'm going to make $20 per 1,000 people that watch, no way in today's media landscape can you get enough of the C to make any of the M to make enough C to quit your day job. So we figured out pretty early on the best way to do this is to monetize the producer and not just the single view of media or the single listen of an audio show. So you
don't sell on a CPM basis?
About 30% of our business is CPM basis.
And then what's the rest?
And the rest is what we call transactional. So
cost per action, if you would?
No, really, it started with GoDaddy, which everyone has seen this. You can use a discount code, but we've grown that out to eHarmony, Nutrisystem, the whole rental car market, all kinds of typical things people need anyway, like web hosting. People are on the internet. Ice.com. We don't just have eHarmony. We have Match.com. We have all of the different dating sites, and there are these offers that people are looking for. Now, a producer, just like a really good band, is not just making money off of the record. They're making money off of concerts, making money, or gig. It can be a big concert in the auditorium, or it can be just a small gig. They're making money off of merchandise. You go all the way up to P. Diddy, who has his own clothing line. So you really want to help that person monetize in many different ways. Producers, instead of here's the analogy. MTV had no money to really market itself in the early days of this thing called cable, which was not even considered television at the time. Now it's TV, right? We just kind of accept it, but no one understood it at the time. So we had all these cable networks, and we gave them this promo, which was the I Want My MTV promo. And that kind of went viral. And people were like, oh, I want my MTV. And there's David Bowie saying it. And there's, who's this Boy George guy? We never really heard of Boy George. Madonna would have never been Madonna based on her singing talents. It was because of the videos and the personas she created. So instead of this necessity to have like celebrities to make money and create something, our whole franchise is based around people talking about stuff that is relevant to you. So it can be a knitting show, 1,000 people watching it. Those 1,000 people still from time to time need to rent a car. And the producer knows how to talk to that audience. They know the knitting language or whatever the hell it is. So if you can sell to that audience, whether it's through the show at that moment, or through your Twitter that they're following, or through your Facebook.
Oh, so this isn't just about advertising in show. It's about getting people to act on a sponsor's need in whatever way you can.
And we have some people who say,
so,
hey man.
so if you can boil down the sort of the actual logistics of how you work with someone, because I'm totally understanding this, but I want to understand sort of the specifics of how it works.
You join our network. We have certain rights of things we can do with your programming, which is really, we market, but we spend millions marketing. We get people to come to the site, come to your programming. We try and help build you up. Our homepage is not by voting or any other game type system.
And there's a lot of, as I understand, there's cross promotion. One podcast will promote another one, vice versa. Yes.
Yeah, there's that. That's kind of organic that happens within the network of shows. But at the network level, we're really promoting all of our programming by getting people. We buy all kinds of advertising links to bring people into Mevio.
So I come to you and explain how it works.
From a producer standpoint?
From a producer standpoint, yeah.
You'll come to us. We'll look at your programming. We'll pick a couple of campaigns that are relevant to you. So maybe your audience is lonely and needs to date more, so we can put you on a couple of programs like eHarmony or Match.com, or there's two more. I don't even know how many.
Cranky Geeks has eHarmony. They're the lonely people.
And you know what? It performs really, really well. And I won't say lonely, but looking for a certain type of companionship. And we will give you a code which will be unique to you. And whenever someone uses that code, you may get anywhere from $25 to $75 per person that signs up.
Okay.
And that's basically almost a straight down the middle split with Mevio, because of course we're providing the infrastructure. We go out, we negotiate really good deals with all these companies. So you can't get a better deal on a budget rent-a-car online than a deal that is brokered by Mevio.
Right.
But we're not selling it directly, you're selling that.
And so what's an example, how do people work the best? Like, who are the most successful podcasters or affiliates that are working?
There's two kinds, and we also team them together often. People that just have a great audience, so an example would be Cranky Geeks or Callie Lewis, Geek Brief TV. They've got millions of people watching their shows, downloading their shows. So now when you hear Callie Lewis talk about something, it's embedded in your brain. She has a great way of speaking to her audience. And when you go to rent a car, I'll just use that example again, or get a domain name from GoDaddy, you're going to, just because of the branding she does in her show, you're going to think, oh yeah, I need to use GB1 as my checkout code. We also have people who don't have great audience, great size of audience, but they're great marketers, and they know how to get people to use their code for the things they want. So what
are some of the techniques to get people to use the code?
Some of the what?
Techniques to get people to use the code.
So, okay, here's a technique. Hey man, you like this show? I really work very hard on it. You're going to rent a car anyway. Please use my code. Hook me up. That's one technique.
Okay.
But this is kind of the beauty of it. Each technique is brought to you in the voice of the producer who knows his or her audience better than anybody else.
And then lastly, I want to close on this. Give me an idea of the kind of money podcasters are making with you guys.
We have three categories. Basically, we have the beer money category, which is up to $1,000 a year. Then we have $1,000 to $10,000 and $10,000 and up. We have a few people who, at the end of this year, will be making between $700,000 and $1 million from Mevio. That's the money they're getting in their pocket.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a big wow. And I tell you,
how many people are doing that right now, you think?
Well, we have a network of over 15,000 producers, but really our super producer network, as we call it, is about 400 now. Will be about 700 by the end of the year.
So, 400 to 700 are making that kind of money? Or?
No, they're within those levels, but they're all within
in the 10,000
plus. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's like $1,000 a month, which is that's not quit your day job money,
no,
but it's a good start. But we have probably 3 people who are making $500,000 and up, and that's growing, and that's great for us because we made the same amount of money.
Awesome. Yeah, good. There's a 50-50 split, right?
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Well, Adam, thank you so much, and now we're going to go record Cranky Geeks.
And please join our network for fun and profit. It's just like grit.